Hi, everyone. Welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we are here with Allie.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited to talk to you. We need like all the tea from you.
I have the tea piping hot on the stove right now.
We love to hear it. We love to hear
I take it back now. I hear the accent.
Shit.
We were talking before we hit record that I don't hear your Midwest accent, but I thought maybe it was because we're both from the Midwest. So tell everyone where you are right now.
Yes, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, where I was born and raised, hometown. Don't plan on leaving here, but yeah, that's where I am.
Oh, I love it. Wait, have there been any other Islanders from Wisconsin?
Carmen is actually from Wisconsin.
Oh, right. I knew there was someone, but I couldn't think who. Wait, is Bergie from Wisconsin?
No, I think he's Minnesota.
Okay.
Isn't he South Dakota?
I think he went to school there, but I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he's from Minnesota, just went to school in South Dakota.
Okay.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Odas.
Yes.
The Odas.
Bergie
and the
oh,
Odas.
don't you know?
Oh, don't you know? I'm done. Okay, wait. How did they find you for the show?
So I found them. I wasn't one of the cool girlies that got reached out to. I was wine drunk one night after a bad breakup, and I applied, and I full on sent it, and here we are.
I love
Wait,
that.
I love that. Also, I've noticed, I would say 50% of the people we've been interviewing applied this year.
That's what I get when I was talking with everyone and was figuring out their stories. A lot of them said they applied, and that's not normally what goes on. So I was happy about that.
Same. I'm loving that. I hope it just encourages more people to apply.
100%.
All right, we've got to get into Casa Amor.
Let's go.
How did you
sounded
feel?
Like Bergie.
Truly. His only vocabulary. Let's go.
He's get it trademarked.
No, seriously. There's a lot of things he should get trademarked.
Pancakes? Did he make you pancakes?
He did not. I was actually kind of sad by that, but I ended up being the scrambled egg maker. So I was like, okay, you know what? He'll have his thing, and I'll have my thing.
Wait, love it.
You guys are making a full breakfast.
Right.
Okay, so when did you find out that you were going to be a Casa Amor girl?
I found out about a day before we went in. Maybe a day and a half at most.
And had you watched the show before? Like, did you know how Casa Amor works?
Oh, yeah. I've watched since you guys were on there.
Oh my gosh.
I was never a UK watcher or anything like that. The US, I've seen every season. So I knew what the deal was.
Oh my gosh. Awesome.
So before going into like, who had you told the Love Island team producers like that you were interested in from past seasons?
That's a good question. From past seasons. Oh, I haven't thought about that one in a really long time. I love Cinco. I mean, who doesn't love Cinco? He's adorable.
Very hot man.
I loved, oh my gosh, what's his name? He was on season 2 and he was with Mackenzie. I'm blanking.
Connor?
Yes, I loved him so much.
Okay.
He might feel a little too docile for me, but I like to whip a boy in shape, so it could work. But I liked Josh, but I also was a Shannon and Josh fan, so like that's a fine line to walk. But there was a few.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I know, this is incredible.
Wait, that's so incredible. And then you're watching, and before you go in, who did you like have your eyes set on?
I had my eyes set on Victor for majority of the time.
No way.
Oh my God.
I love a Tarzan looking man. I mean, it's George of the Jungle. How could you not fuck with that?
I don't like a George of the Jungle look.
No?
No, I'm like a pretty boy.
Okay, I feel that. I've had a couple pretty boys and like, that did not end well. So I stick with the jungle vibe.
You know what? Mine didn't either, the pretty boys. So maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
See? Exactly.
Maybe I need to try out a Tarzan.
Yes. Also, my other one was Harrison, because you're lying if you didn't say Harrison was in your top 3. Like, you're a liar.
We had the giggles so bad on our interview with him, we couldn't pull it together.
Oh my God, I would literally suddenly forget my name and my whole existence if I talked to him.
I had to get up and take a lap around the house.
She's not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I would too. I would literally forget like my area code, my middle name, everything. Like I would have no idea what to do with myself.
See, I'd be giving out my social security number. I'd be like, sorry.
My driver's license ID, everything.
Steal my identity.
Steal my identity. Okay, it is so crazy that every single Casa Amor girl we've talked to today has said that Harrison was in like their top.
Oh,
so excited to see.
yes.
Were you guys all at once just like screaming and crying that he wasn't there?
We were shook because we didn't get to watch that episode where we found out that he had left. And he was the only guy that we all felt like was like our number one at that point going into Casa Amor. Not to throw everyone's business out there, but the second when we were walking in, obviously they didn't air this, but one girl goes, holy shit, Harrison is gone. And we all were like, as we were walking towards the boys, everyone's like, oh my God, Harrison is gone. And we were like, well, fuck.
That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say, is there like a moment when everyone realized, because I would have loved to have seen that clip.
Yes. When we walked through the villa, when we were walking to the boys at the couch around the fire pit, I think it was Taylor S. And she like hit me. She goes, Harrison is gone. Harrison got kicked off. And everyone heard it. And we were all like, we were trying to have huge smiles on our faces. And we were walking there. And then we were like, shit.
You're like, no.
Shit. We're excited, but shit.
Yes, exactly. We're like, God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that's hilarious.
So we have to talk about how did we go from Victor to Harrison to Bergie?
What?
I need like, and this is me just fully asking, like, what made you want to go for him?
So he was the first guy that pulled me for a one-on-one chat. So you always gotta appreciate someone that wants to, that is bold enough to pull you, and it's your first one, and la di da da. I always did think though, I'm like, we always are attracted to the bad boys and the fuck boys and the ones that end up doing us wrong. And we always want a guy like Bergie, but we never go for the guy like Bergie. Mm-hmm. But we talk about that we want the good way. We want the guy that pursues you and the guy that, X, Y, and Z, but we never go for him. And in that moment, I was like, holy shit, that's that person on a civil platter, like right there. So I don't know. He pulled me up to Soul Ties, which was bold as shit. And I was like,
yeah. Soul Ties is crazy.
I was like,
when you guys watching the sunset,
and he was a little cocky with it. He goes, "Yep, we're going." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, yep, we're going. All right."
You're like, bad boy, hello?
Yeah, and I was like, wait, are they editing you different? And you're actually like, you pull low key. And so we went up to Soul Ties, and I enjoyed talking with him. I genuinely did. He felt like home. He's from the Midwest. And I'm a very big Midwestern girl. So it was really nice to talk about things that are common between the both of us. And it was such a comfortable first conversation to have. So I really appreciated that for sure. They may have made it look a little bit more than it was, but I can't lie. Like I did not close the door. The door, I was completely open to getting to know him. And he is, you can't deny that Bergie's a nice guy. Like,
oh my gosh,
the greatest.
So sweet and so kind and everything that a girl wants on paper. So I was like, shit, why not? I'll give anything a try.
Yeah.
Totally.
Allie,
I was convinced it was you making moves to get a ticket back into the villa.
Oh, you in America,
and then I was like, I know. I just have to say it. I was convinced on the podcast even. I was like, this woman deserves, what's the award for actresses? Is it an Emmy?
Oscar.
An Oscar. Like, she deserves an Oscar. And then when you friend zone Bergie, I was like, she couldn't even do it for the Oscar. Or like, we were just like joking about it because obviously we know Bergie's great, but I felt like the romantic connection just maybe wasn't there between the two of you.
100%. Yeah, that I got a lot of shit. I read everything that like, oh, this girl, she's just looking for a ticket to get in the villa, this, that, and whatever. And I was like, I mean, I get it. I can't say that they're like, that their opinion is wrong. I 100% get it. And that's why when I had that conversation with him, I never went into this show and went into the villa or anything saying like, oh, I'm going to fake it till I make it. and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I want to win. I want to stay in. Absolutely not. That is not my character at all. I literally went into it for the experience, and I was like, all gas, no brakes. I'm just going to fucking send it. But I will never not be me for a split second. And so that's why I told him, I said, you know what? I'm not going to fake it. I don't need a ticket into the villa. If I'm only in here for 1 week in Casa Amor, that's where my chips fall, and that's where they'll lay. So that's why I wanted to have that conversation with him, because I knew that it was going to be portrayed maybe a certain way. And so I wanted to lay it flat. Like I could have, wrote it out with him, made it in there, but I would not be true to myself, and I couldn't sit well with that. So I had to tell him, I don't think this is it for me, and I'm not going to go in if I'm not 100%. And that's what happened. So,
well, it's also like kind of unfair to you thinking about it, because we saw him get screwed over and then get dumped like immediately after. So it's all in our brains. Like, oh shit, who's next? Like, so I mean, like, you couldn't avoid it. Whether it was like,
it could have been anyone in your shoes, everyone was going to think that.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted, and I'm glad that they aired that conversation, because I wanted to make sure that I was like, look, I'm not trying to be another person to lead you on and to make you think something, to get something out of this. Like, I'm going to be 100%, and I will always stay true to that. So I'm very glad that they aired that conversation. And the second that conversation was aired, no one said a word anymore. They're like, you know what? We applaud this girl. She's actually real as fuck.
Yes. Yeah. And you were like respectful and looked out for him.
We discussed that as well. We were like, respect.
Good. Okay. You know what? I'm glad, because you never know how things are going to look and how they're going to come across. So I'm glad that I was true to myself, and that was portrayed correctly.
Yes. Yes. Been making so many jokes that what if you had stuck with Bergie, wrote it out, said, you know what? Maybe I want to go back to the villa, maybe whatever. Like, maybe we just go to the end, and then you guys win because America freaking loves Bergie.
Right.
And then Bergie says, I played you guys all. I'm taking all the money.
You know what? I've considered that. I was like, what if this fucker's a decoy? What if times he gets the envelope and he's like, fuck all y'all. Actually, I'm the shit, and I'm taking this money and I'm gone.
He said, I played all of you.
Literally. I thought that in my head so many times, but
No, I had said that to my mom. I was like, how funny. She goes, Elizabeth, Bergie would, if he took all the money, would donate all of the money to a charity of his choice. I was like, oh my God, you're right. He's just too
way she flips it.
I know. Oh my gosh. But okay, so you're saying too, if you think that the romantic spark was still there with Bergie, that he wouldn't have gotten to know Taylor that he is with right now?
Yeah, I believe he wouldn't have gotten to know her, to be honest with you.
Would not have.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bergie's the type, the second he has his eyes set on someone, he puts all his eggs in one basket. And that was part of the conversation. I had told him, I said, I don't want you to put all of your eggs in one basket, because this is why you are where you are, for that reason. So I said, you need to pull every girl aside and have a chat. And he did that night. So like, he listened.
Yeah. What was kind of the turnoff? And I don't mean that. I just can't.
Like, what was
lack of or that.
I don't want to say that there was a huge turnoff or a huge ick, but I didn't have that like fire under my ass where I want to like jump on you right then and there.
Yeah.
It gave me like very like comfortable guy best friend vibes. And like that's great and all, but like I'm a firecracker and I'm very dominant. And if I don't have someone that I feel like will throw me against the wall at any moment, like I don't want it.
I mean, you need your Tarzan.
Yeah, you need your
exactly.
Have you messaged Victor?
I have not, but we've like liked each other's things, and like I don't even know what his type is, and I don't know whatever, but I'm throwing it out there that I think he's fucking fine as shit. So
shoot your shot.
Yes.
Shoot your shot.
That's all we have in this world, and if we miss, like that's all good. At least we put it out there.
Yes.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Good. I love that, as women should be.
You've been interested in Scott if you had gone
that sounded very fucking Wisconsin, but I feel like I would have. I do like a guy with an accent, which Victor makes sense. As Wisconsin as I am, I do love someone that's very out there and foreign to me. So, and his eyes are gorgeous. So I definitely would have went for him, I think, or at least attempted at a conversation to see how it flowed.
Was there anyone else in Casa that like maybe we didn't see that you kind of connected with or like went after, or was it kind of just eh?
Yeah, it was kind of just it was like it was very, I mean, all of the guys they're beautiful, right? And they're great.
Yeah.
And you really can't say a bad thing about any one of them, or at least I can't. But none of them I had that super sexual romantic pull to. So you know what, after like a day or two in there, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a bromance with all these dudes, and like that's gonna be my fate here in Casa Amor, and I'm totally okay with it.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know, I love that. I'd secretly be like, oh, fuck.
Right. I mean, part of me, I mean, like, it's sad because like I obviously want to find someone and I want to have a connection and whatever, but I'm never gonna force something if it doesn't naturally, flow for me. And I realized that very shortly going into Casa Amor, but I was okay with it. I was like, that's how it's gonna work for me, and like that's okay. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and I just rolled with it.
Wait, would you have been interested in any of the Casa Amor guys?
So I liked a lot of the Casa Amor guys. We got to meet and hang out briefly with Rob, Snake Boy. Is it Brandon from South Africa?
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names. Him, and then Eddie briefly, which he's so sweet. I think they're all beautiful. Watching the guys on the show that are still in the villa, they're beautiful. So I definitely I would have wanted to get to know all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I thought they had an awesome group of Casa boys and girls this season. Like it was like,
I
wow.
agree.
It was like the most heads turning I've like ever seen.
Yes. I feel like a lot of the times the Casa girls and boys kind of get overshadowed a little bit. And obviously we don't get as much airtime because in the grand scheme of Love Island, we're a little bit more irrelevant, and that's just the way that the shit rolls.
No, you guys are literally the most relevant part of the show.
Oh,
yeah, it's the most pinnacle part of the show.
Literally.
It makes the show.
It does.
But I felt like this year, the girls and the guys were like off the charts. Like I could not have handpicked better girls to go in there with, truly. Like there's not one bad thing I could say about any one of those girls. I am obsessed with them. And the guys, like they were all fine, and they were all like OG material, which is hard to like say every season.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good to hear.
I feel like they all just seem so young and like unserious.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
happy-go-lucky.
Being one of the cougars of the show,
we literally were
I felt like some of them, I was like, oh shit, this dude's fucking 21. I was like, God, that seems like literally 1892 when I was 21. Like
literally. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh,
okay,
oh my God, you're so young.
It was Deja and I, we were 28, and I think Mattia is 29, and the rest of them were like lower 20s. So like I'm used to being around, I guess, 30s now, like back home.
Yeah.
So going into an environment where it was like lower 20s, I was like, oh shit, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, being 28, I think I would have struggled with a lot of the younger 20s there. I would have been like, feel like my little brother or either of my little brothers.
It didn't necessarily feel like younger brother, but it just kind of seemed like, oh, we're at very different points in our life in a way.
Yeah.
But I do have to say a lot of those guys are more mature in person than I even thought of them when I was watching them on the show before I went in.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what is up or down in that villa. But that's actually good to hear. I mean, maybe that's why they all make such great TV.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No, that's true. You gotta have a little bit of a crazy to you to be on reality TV. I mean, let's be real.
100%.
Are you still watching right now?
Yes. Oh my God, how could you not?
Well, a lot of people haven't had a chance to catch up yet, but I'm like,
oh, girl, I've been eating good food because Fiji does not have the best food. I love Fiji. Y'all are awesome, but your food is not it, like America. Yeah. And so I've been eating and I've been relaxing with friends and family, and we've been watching it every night.
Okay, so
God, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I'm loving Taylor S was like my girl going into it. We were in the van together, so we just vibed from the start. And now she's with, like I feel like my little BFF Bergie. So like I'm standing them, and then Johnny is like my other little duckling in there. I feel like mom, like they're all my my little ducklings. I'm like, okay, I got 2 babies left in there.
Oh,
Like, come on, children.
So I have to
Oh my
watch
God,
them.
so
I'm
cute.
loving Johnny's journey too, because it's
Yes.
just
Mhm.
it's so different, but it's so authentic.
Mhm.
And I love that. Some of the guys, they're getting a little boring. They need to step it up.
I
But
know. What do you think is gonna happen with Johnny?
Yeah. Who do you
I,
think you're gonna pick?
if I were to guess, I think Cassie's gonna choose Leo because I think it's inevitable. Like we all know it, and I feel like she's just trying to fight it. And it's like, girl, just give in. We all know it. Let's give in and move on. Let's go.
Yes.
And Johnny, I mean, she has a couple prospects right now, which I love for her because her journey wasn't really easy, and it's been sad to watch. But she's bouncing back.
She's really bounced back.
She's really bouncing back. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
Who would you vote right now if you had to vote for a winning couple?
For a winning couple?
Yeah, right now if you had to vote.
Marco and Hannah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't not at this point. I spent a lot of time with Marco. Obviously, I didn't show it because it was just a bromance, but he is identical to my brother. So I remember like I pulled him for a chat, and the first thing I said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm not pulling for you. Like, I'm not pulling you for a chat because I'm interested in you, but you remind me of my brother and I want to have a bromance.
That is so funny. I wish they showed that.
Same. And then we talked for like 2 or 3 hours and just like bullshit each other because like we just vibe like that, and he's identical to my brother, so like it felt like home.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love that.
I love hearing that because we were confused by Marco for a little while. We were like, is this guy a fuckboy or is he?
He came out of the gate as like a self-proclaimed fuckboy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
He did. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a second here. And then we would just be laying on the couch, just talking about whatever. And he'd be like, isn't Hannah pretty? And I'm like, yes, Marco, she's beautiful. And he's like, isn't she great?
Oh my God.
Like, I always loved her. Like, I was like, I had a girl crush on her. I'm like, I think we would be friends. And so like, I would just sit there and shoot the shit with Marco, talking about like his little love all day.
Oh my gosh.
That's
so
really cute. What's next for you? What's happening in Allie's life?
You know, I don't have anything on the docket, which is kind of nice. I'm like, I'm not going to work for a hot minute here because I'm like, no. I was like, I just went through a shit ton. I was in a hotel room and then I was on national TV and then I was like, oh my God.
Fair.
Right? I'm sure you guys get it. I'd be willing to go on another show.
I would love to see you on another show.
My psychologist beforehand, they're like, I think you'd be great on The Bachelor, this and that. And I was like, no, this is my one-hit wonder. I will never go on a TV show again. And the second I got out, I was like, oh shit, I'd go on another.
You're like, I need it.
I would love to see more of you on my screen. I think you're so vibrant and fun.
Thank you.
I think you're such a catch.
No, you're awesome.
Oh my God.
I wish we could talk to you all day.
I know.
My God, same.
Well, if you're ever in LA, hit us up so that we can hang out.
I mean, I was literally on FaceTime with Deja before this, and we were looking at flights. We're like, we need to go somewhere now. We were looking at Miami, LA. We were like, let's go next week.
Do it.
Club, another club.
Yeah.
Do it.
Amazing.
Yes. Get your butts
let us
here.
know. And for everyone watching this video, we will link all of Allie's socials below, her Instagram. Do you have TikTok?
I do have TikTok.
I was gonna say, I think I've seen one of your TikToks maybe.
Oh Lord.
And then I'm gonna link both of them down below. So make sure to go follow Allie everywhere. Keep up with what she's going on. Hopefully we see more of you on TV soon. Yes. I would love that. I would be so excited to root you on for that. Hopefully you connect with Victor. And if anyone has any more comments or questions for Allie, drop them below in the comments. Please like this video, share it, and check out all our other Exit Islander interviews with any of the other Casa people, because we love hearing from them and having all of you guys come on and, you know, share what we didn't get time to see.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You, Allie.
Thank you guys so much. It was so awesome to meet you.
You too.
Oh, you too. All right. Bye.